What's up, y'all? I'll pop up this chat window. You guys should be hearing something. Is this it? There we go. Hmm. Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Xbox Twitch channel. I'm your host Meg Kaylee, and I am super duper excited for today's stream because Road 96, that's what we're featuring today, Road 96 Mile Zero. The first game was one of my personal favorite releases from last year, so I have been really looking forward to the release of this prequel. I'm going to be jumping in fresh today and checking it out from the beginning here with you guys. Feel free to say hello in chat. It's great to see some familiar faces popping in already. And yeah, I already see some love in the chat for Road 96. Pink Tubi says Road 96 was so good. I agree. It was one of my favorites. And we're going to get some more Road 96 today. I'm so excited. And I'm also not doing it alone. I am joined by two special guests. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's really late there, and it's been a very big, busy day for you both. So thank you for
Is this where
joining the stream today. Let's kick things off with some introductions.
the ID at Xbox show is going to
What
be?
your involvement on Road 96 Mile Zero was.
Hold on, let me go figure this out.
I'm Kevin, I'm the
Holy
producer at G-Sound,
smokes,
so
this
the
slow.
planning man.
Planning man. I like that.
Then you're the creative director.
Jeez. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, and you were here with me last time when
It
Road
just
96
loud in
originally
my
released,
head.
and that was when I was going in completely fresh, and I had no
Okay.
idea how much I would just love this game. So it's really great to have you back again. It's so exciting. I know you guys had a stream earlier today too that you did on your channel. How did that go?
Let's see
Yeah, it
here.
was awesome. It was the unique stream you did for the stream and for the launch, and that was awesome. Yeah, it was mostly for Steam. You know, you can stream and people who are going to the page, they just discover that there are developers behind the game.
Yeah, so twitch.tv.
I have a lot of questions, so that's
slash
Yeah, that must be
Xbox.
really cool for the developers to get to interact live with fans that way. I watched some of the VOD and it was really cool just to see
It
all
is
the
noon,
faces
right?
behind this game, and to see everyone
Pacific
bonding and
time.
celebrating together. How is the team doing today? I'm sure it's like a big day, lots of excitement.
Yeah, it's a mix between excitement
Um,
and fear because
Right.
we can watch many streamers. So yeah, we're a bit afraid about all the feedbacks.
Yeah.
The team is really, if you listen, if you hear some noise, it's because the team is there. They are really
oh man,
working
did I miss it?
really hard. We missed some campaign or something like that. So yeah.
I love the gaming industry because in this industry we work hard and we play hard, and I love that. It's definitely a well-earned celebration. I'm looking forward to jumping into the game. But tell us a little bit more about it for anybody who hasn't heard of it, or maybe they don't know what Road 96 is. What is Road 96 Mile Zero?
Mile Zero is a prequel, so it's before, just 1 month before 196. So it's the basically it's the beginning of the road, like the title says. Mile Zero is before you go on the road, and so we took some time to tell a story that is deeper and
Okay.
more maybe subtle
Yeah, I thought it was
than
two
the story
two
of
hours.
196, and focusing on two
Maybe
main
it's on after
characters,
this.
Zoe, that she is famous in 196, and the new character we brought from another game we did, Kaito, and he's there. He's like the normal like teenager coming into the story to explain why also he's being bad.
And yeah, it's a mix between Lost in Harmony gameplay and Roll 96 because on Roll 96 you have a narrative game, and we want to implement some true gameplay with a rhythm game, and as Lost in Harmony. So as you will see, we try to put some yeah right stuff, and hope you will enjoy it.
Yes, I am really looking forward to jumping in. And you mentioned that we're going to get to see Zoe again, which I'm so excited about because she was one of my favorite characters. I loved the whole cast of characters in the last one. We get to see Sonia again, too. I saw her in the trailer and was like, oh my goodness. So tell me a little bit more about what's going to differ about the stories that we're going to see told here. Obviously, it's a prequel, so we're going back in time. We're going to see a younger, earlier version of them. How are they going to differ?
Yeah, the big difference is that in 196 you are a nobody. I would say you are a random teenager, and we don't focus on you. As here, we are really focused on two characters, Zoe and Kaito, and you play them. So it's not somebody you encounter, it's somebody you are. And it's very different point of view on
Yeah.
the world around you. So this is where we really wanted to confront two ideas of the world, to have those confrontation of opinions, and you will see you will make them change if you want or not.
I think that's a really interesting shift because that was kind of a fascinating thing about the first game is the way that your protagonist, it would switch throughout the game. You were kind of just this anonymous figure that you could mold whatever way you really wanted to. But obviously Zoe's a pre-created character. She's got her own specific personality and character traits. From a development perspective, how was working with that kind of different from having a more like anonymous sort of protagonist?
It's more classical in a way. In a narrative game, you know who you are and how you should act. But this is where it gets fun because we don't want to have static characters. So we let the player really play like
Hmm.
with dolls, saying, "Oh no, I don't want Zoe to be like that," so he can change her. And same for Kaito, he can change him also. And basically, the good thing is that because you have two different characters, you can decide to switch one or switch the other or switch
Oh.
both, and then all the endings are very different.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna jump in and get started here, but we've got to keep chatting. That was something that I loved about the first Road 96. I did one playthrough of it, and then as soon as I finished, I was like, okay, now I need to play it again and make the complete opposite choices. So tell me
Hmm.
about that kind of feature in this game and how it impacts
I've
replayability.
never heard of this. I guess this is DLC or a
Yeah,
sequel.
yeah, we have new game plus because you have many collectibles in the game. So like spray can, like tape as ROM 96, and we have a scoreboard system on PC. So to to replay the rides and to try to beat your own score and the worldwide score. Like that, you can compare your score with other players.
Yeah, and the Game Plus enables you to to change the ending also, like to make different choices.
Mm.
Oh, that's really cool. So we're already getting some like references to lore that I'm familiar with from the original game with
Yeah.
the Black Brigades, and I know we're gonna have some mention of the 1986 peak collapse. What are some of the references that we're gonna see to previous events from Road 96?
You will have a big reference to something that happened to Zoe 10 years before, because she was a young kid when the attack happened at the border, but she was there and she was very young. So for her, it's kind of a deep trauma. And you will see that the traumas of Zoe are very important here. And same for Kaito, he has a different trauma. And so it's more psychologic, like we go into your mind. But you will see now, like Kaito, it will go into his mind and explore his memories of something.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, that's really cool.
yeah. This is a layer we didn't have
Very like
in
Sea of
Road. There was
Thieves
one level we
art
saw in
style.
Road and
It's
6
interesting.
where she's on the in her limo and she's a bit like
Yes, I love that part.
and you go in this kind of psychedelic moment. And so those rides, they are a kind of this with more gameplay for sure.
Oh yeah, this is already really cool. So tell me a little bit more about the music and kind of how it plays into the mechanics. I loved the soundtrack from the first game so much. There were actually a couple songs from it that made it into my like Spotify top 100 for the year that I listened to that much that they were in that. So really curious to hear about the soundtrack for this game, how it compares to the last, and also how we have it kind of working into some of these games that come up.
Yeah, we try to keep some 90s vibes for
Mm.
all the tracks, and as we implement many gameplay elements as you play, we had to select some specific track and to compose some specific track to match with all these gameplays. So we try to have a mix between many huge and known groups as Midnight. You will hear the song later. And we compose with a French composer, and we have our QA tester Arslan, who composed 3 sounds in the game.
Hmm.
So we try to keep some pop and synthwave vibes has Row 96.
Yeah. And this one you will see is a mix of the melodies from Lost in Harmony from the Kaito's story and the mix later on with a famous melody from Zoe.
You don't want us to spoil it.
Hey, you see, it's really hard. There is some skill in this game.
Yeah, I'm like focused. There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
A mix between a smooth gameplay as Row 96, and we're trying to put some challenging moments, and the rides are the challenging moments, as you can experience that. And here we go.
Yes! I love that part in the first one where you play music with her at the campfire. Oh my gosh, this is epic. What an intro.
Yeah, we try to have an
Show.
epic introduction in the game like that. You can
And
do
about
just
8
a
minutes.
quick lore with the Sonya introduction, and after that you're deep in the gameplay.
So it's cool to hear that there's going to be, some exploration of memories and things like that, and that it is a prequel.
Yeah.
Tell me, when exactly does this game take place compared to the first game?
It takes place 1 or 2 months before Zoe is leaving her home.
Ah.
And this explains a lot why she's leaving, because she has no obvious reasons to leave. And this is a lot of secrets will be revealed in one for Petria country, for what happens. So it's it's a big addition to the story of
Hmm.
and we even did a book. So there's a second book
There
that
you
comes
go.
with the game, and this book explains even more. It's an interactive book
Hmm.
that you can play,
Oh,
and
cool.
it explains even more what happens to Zoe
April
after
5th
this
at
game
10 a.m.
and
Pacific
during 1 and
time.
6 moments where you don't see her.
And like that, you can understand the switch of mind of Zoe.
Yeah.
If you play My Zero and read the book, you can understand the full historic of Zoe Minds and why she switched
Yeah.
in Room 96.
That's so
Ah,
cool.
you gotta be here. It's good.
Yeah. Where can we check that out?
Didn't we say you were gonna stop playing?
Yeah, yeah, and you can replay those rides if you want whenever you want in the game.
Sorry.
And yeah, here you play Zoe.
Oh, I love that. So what is that certainty bar at the top left?
Yeah, it's our
Some kind of
gauge.
progress
So
bar.
this is the mind gauge. So like that, you can see
What's up?
where Zoe.
Welcome in. Say hi in the chat. There we go. Now we bounced over to what it's really supposed to be. I hate the lag time on this. Is there some kind of... Can I fix this? No, I can't. Change the latency or anything. Stream is excellent. I don't even know what we're supposed to be hoping to see here. I saw rumors that we might get a Silk Song announcement, which would be really cool. I don't know what the Xbox Plays thing was, but this Road 96 game looked pretty cool. I'm glad they made all the changes to this, because it was like, this show used to be like 3 or 4 hours long, and it'd show you like 10 minutes of a game, and then they would show you, 20 or 30 minutes of a developer interview. And I think the developer interviews are great. It's just not conducive way to run a show. It's not a good, what do you want to call it? Like form factor for it. It's way better if you show us a bunch of games, and then you do the interviews either after all the games for people to hang around for if they want. I don't know. So this is only supposed to be an hour long, and I'm hoping it'll be a better form for it. And it's funny that it's Xbox that has done it, because for the last several years they've had their summer showcase, and the summer showcase has been like, we'll have just a crazy amount of games. It's an hour or 90 minutes or whatever. We just show games back to back to back to back to back. And then the next day they book out time for a longer show that's just interviews with a little more gameplay. So we should be getting going here. So we've got just a couple minutes. Starts in 60 seconds. Hashtag Xbox. Hashtag Xbox Game Pass. Hashtag PC Game Pass. Hashtag PC Game. I'm spamming the shit out of my social media. Oh, what's going on, everybody? Should be getting going here in just a minute. Oh, what's up? What's up? Say hi in the chat. Hoping this will be fun. Like I said before. Oh, here we go.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the ID and Xbox Showcase stream. I'm very excited. We have such a stream. We have a very busy chat this morning, this afternoon, whatever time zone you are.
I bet you do.
And I have Glenn. Hi, Glenn.
Hi. This is so much fun. I'm so glad we're doing this. This is our new format. You know, we used to do kind of a weekly showcase where
It is
games.
Project Scarlet sweatshirt.
Show some new trailers and do some interviews and stuff. And thank you so much for joining us. It's
Oh my gosh.
We've streamed before, but never in person before. So
This is the
awesome.
first. Everyone gets to witness us in person together, which is still happening with everything that's been going on in the world.
Yeah. And thanks so much. Like
When y'all
mentioned, this was kind of a last minute thing for you because Timber got sick. Hi to Timber. Hopefully she's watching at home. Hopefully she's feeling better. But you know, jumping at the last minute, really appreciate it. So thank you so much.
I love ID at Xbox so much. It's one of the streams that you guys put on. It's one of the programs that I really, really enjoy because they do showcase a lot of indie games. And I am obsessed with indie games. I'm always trying to find some new ones, some great ones, and we have some fun ones.
We have some good ones today. Yeah, I mean, ID. This is our 10th year. I don't know if you knew that. This
They usually have, I feel like, one really great game. I want to say Death's Door got revealed at an ID at an Xbox show. And Nobody Saves the World, which was pretty big.
Something like that, and now we're doing, I don't even know.
Now there's like a program that Xbox has.
Wow, 40 or 50 games a month.
Talk a little bit about that, maybe for some devs who are in the chat watching, hoping to get their game supported, or what they need to do.
Yeah, so ID is basically a way for independent developers to publish on Xbox. It's our kind of independent developer publishing program, and the program itself, we have everything from very small games made by 1 or 2 person teams up to huge games made by big teams. But typically when we talk about ID with showcases like this, we tend to be focused on
Welcome all.
Which is pretty cool because there's tons of just great creativity. Everybody knows this.
What are you guys hoping to see today? Anything? I know indie games are kind of up in the air, but
mix of trailers. We're gonna do some trailer blocks.
There might be a couple big ones.
Some first gameplay, and then we're going to be doing kind of a more in-depth look at the last case of Benedict Fox.
Which is
That's a big one. Yeah.
That was one of the ones that I saw last
Benedict Fox was at the summer showcase last year.
Can't wait to see this one.
Yeah.
It's like
let's see if I can do this. Lovecraftian Metroidvania.
Yeah, it's like a what was the Moon Studios games? Ori. A little darker, but
we're going to be joined by Gio Morgan from Poncle. Not Poncle, not Ponsel.
No.
Poncle.
It's confirmed Poncle. So if you're not, it's not Ponsley, it's not Poncle. It's
Ponsley.
So if you're curious of how their studio is
Jeez.
Winners of this year's
BAFTA. Yeah, for their game. If you don't know what studio that studio is, they made Vampire Survivors.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. Hey, I didn't recognize the name, but and also I haven't played it, but it's massive. Yeah, they got a BAFTA. Just at the British Game Awards.
Foscari.
And then throughout the whole throughout the whole stream.
What's up, everybody?
Chat, and talking
We see
to you.
chat. Metroidvania. Yes.
Yeah, we see the chat going crazy here.
I bet their chat is bonkers.
Teo in there.
Yeah, I saw Teo. I think I saw Timber in there.
Oh, Timber!
Yeah.
Can we get some Xbox emote hype in chat if you're ready to see some cool, awesome games today? Oh, I see Bearded. Lots of friends. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We've got our mods in chat, so make sure you guys are being respectful today. This is a day of celebration and a day to
Sorry, guys. I thought I had this set up on ultra low latency, but it's just on low. And man, it is terrible. I mean, it's looking like,
everyone's ready for
I don't know. I mean, it's almost like 30 seconds behind. That's really crazy.
So we're gonna start with 3 trailers, and these are kind of real simple, fun games.
Let's go.
And kind of enjoy.
3 trailers out of the gate.
We're starting with a pixel art turn-based RPG with an 80s vibe, where you'll explore, adventure, and collect awesome monster forms that you can battle, transform, and fuse together.
And that they need to move that teleprompter over behind the camera so he's not trying to go cross-eyed looking at the damn thing.
To cassette beasts. Let's go over some combat basics. Always bring your cassette player when
That's
adventuring.
cool. I love high def
If you get
18-bit graphics.
pop in a monster tape and listen to it to take monster form.
16-bit. LOL.
New monster forms onto blank tapes with your cassette player. And lastly, if the going gets tough,
That's interesting.
hearts and fight as one.
So it's like Megazords.
Secrets, and it's yours to
That's interesting. Hi, everybody.
Just
Say hi in the chat.
your head, okay?
Hey, you.
breezy.
Everybody tell your friends. Come hang out. See, y'all. Looks like we got 7 people hanging out with us right now. Oh, and so coming to Game Pass. That's big. What's this? Oh. Like air hockey. Actually looks pretty fun. There's like power-ups and stuff. Oh, I need to move this. Nope. Talk to me, Goose. Oh, a kart racer? Looks kind of like a Crash Team or Mario Kart. Crossplay is cool. Ranked modes. Oh, track builder too. That's neat. I wonder if it'll be interesting about a like a new IP. It's a kart racer, so I feel like part of the allure is, you know, like well, Mario, obviously. you get Mario, but in kart racer form. Carter's. Oh, is the second one. I did not even know there was a one. Carter's.
Any game where you can play as cat is a winner as far as I'm
you could
concerned.
be a cat. I'm in. I'm in.
Mario Kart meets Crash Tag Team Racing there with the Carters, definitely.
Oh,
I love
booyah!
kart racing,
Extra
any sort of like fun
Crash Team Racing.
game. So the Carters 2 coming very soon, 2023.
Yeah, and they so they had.
Yeah, I think it said April 27th.
And they've been apparently working on this one for I think 4 years.
Hi, everybody.
It's really fun. It's really kind of
See 8 of y'all.
Online play and real jump in kind of vibe to
Thanks
it.
for hopping in.
To see how that works because I love doing things with my community, and it's a great like finding games to play with your friends to just like hop in and just go for an evening is really awesome. So I'm excited to see about that one.
Yeah.
But Cassette Beast.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That looks so great. From Raw Fury, it's launching on PC Game Pass on April 26th, and then later this spring.
Guess I should make sure
also on Xbox Game Pass. And God,
that this is actually
so good. There's something about the sprite game mixed with the 2D, just in this like little monster
cool
adventure land. I'm excited to see that. The music was awesome.
Yeah, and the little the mechanic where you can combine the characters together to evolve them.
Yes,
I think that's just going to be really interesting. Set up a lot of
evolve my little monsters.
Yeah, and then we also looked at Omega Strikers, which is a 3v3 game where you play online or local.
Cool.
Play game, and it's coming April 27th, and you can sling slime and toss tofu.
Yeah,
which sounds a lot of fun.
I also saw the guy was really buff, so I'm really excited to see if I can get some muscles from that guy. I want to pick him.
Is chat disabled?
Fun here. Oh, speaking of indie devs, I saw Matthew White from Whitethorn Digital in there. That's a really interesting publisher. They do so many great games. I a lot of different kind of interesting voices, new voices, a lot of really interesting stories, and that kind of thing. So if you're into indie games, definitely go check out what they're publishing. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, we have so many friends in chat. You all look amazing today. I'm so glad you're here.
So you got behind them back there in Age of Empires mug.
Together. And so if you're just tuning in, this is the ID at Xbox Showcase stream. So we've got lots of games.
Hooray!
We've got a lot of cozier vibes going on here in just a few. A lot of games that are up my alley. Listen, I love a good party game, but I'm also very into cozy vibes lately. And so we've got a lot of really beautiful games that are coming out. A lot of extended footage here that we're about to show you of
cool. Let's do it.
A new Coffee Talk episode.
Yeah. So the first one we're going to show you is Coffee Talk episode 2, which is thoughtful narrative game. It takes place here in Seattle, which is pretty cool.
It's so
interesting.
And beautiful.
I don't know anything about Coffee Talk.
So if you haven't played a Coffee Talk game, I highly recommend it. The reviews are super extremely positive. They are doing like this episodic release, which is also really fun to kind of join in with the community, which they have a huge community for.
Yeah.
So
awesome. All right, well, let's take a look.
Coffee Talk. Mm-hmm. Text-based. I guess not text-based, but they're not voiced. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up? Wellfish? Yeah, maybe. It was super short notice. We just figured out about it yesterday. I just think, like I said, every other one of these events has had like a couple big games in it, so I wanted to make sure I got in here to stream it. Thanks for being here. Maybe everybody else didn't think it was kind of that big of a deal. In the middle of the day too, it's tough. Maybe on like a Saturday or something, but on a Wednesday. How are you doing today?
Hey, you're here. I'm so glad you finally made it. You got a lot of work to do. Look at all this miasma. Last I was here with your aunt, it wasn't nearly this bad. But maybe there's something we can do about it. Okay, let's get started. First things first. Let's start planting some seedlings. Courtesy of town council, of course. Use your magic to instantly grow yields.
Looks like maybe we're growing plants.
Then take those yields and turn them into food or potions. You've been working hard. Make a cot and put your feet up for a bit. It's just a humble tent right now, but you'll build it up to a proper house in no time. You're pretty brave coming into the miasma all by yourself. But be careful where you step. The warped creatures living here can be dangerous. Look at you. Your first magic spell in the wild. I always knew you could do it. I hardly recognize this place anymore. But don't worry, you're gonna make it. Let's make sure to upgrade your gear and ready your spells before going into the miasma again. This time, we'll try to push it back and restore more land. When the miasma came, it made the land uninhabitable. Now you're finding...
Yeah, so they're also gonna have Benedict Fox news on here. He didn't say anything about Silk Song, but I hope they have something about that too.
What is it about a nice, bubbly cauldron that is so relaxing? Well, you're not a master chef quite yet, but I believe in you. We just gotta be ready.
It's a pretty game.
Doesn't mean we can't look good while doing it. Nature is the best weapon against the miasma we have.
Miasma.
Wait, what's this? I've never seen anything like this. You're alive. Thanks, son. And after a hard day, just relax in your homestead with a cup of lavender tea.
Homestead Arcana. Also Game Pass release. This is going to be a big year for Game Pass, I think. The Orwell series.
I know things have been hard since I've been gone.
If you wouldn't mind sharing this stream out, I'd really appreciate it. Sounds like there's not many other people doing streams about it, so we should make sure as many people know about it as we can. Should be some cool games shown here.
I need you to be there for them, as I always was for you.
Maybe another. Oh, that's interesting.
And we're back. I'm kind of sad after that last one.
I know.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I wonder if this isn't the
So,
right place to watch
Into the
this.
Distance is the name of that game, and it's from the studio. The developer made a game called Orwell, which was a pretty interesting game that came out, I don't know, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's I guess as I understand it, a character dies in some kind of accident, and then it's a kind of a visual novel,
Yeah.
that explores the rest of the people who knew that person, I believe.
I really like the art style. I really like the sort of whimsically pixely, but it's not
Yeah.
quite pixely. It's like 3D. I don't know.
Yeah, with
It's beautiful.
A
So
little bit of a painterly thing too
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
Closer the Distance. We
Closer
also
the
saw
Distance.
Homestead Arcana,
Yeah.
and that comes out April 21st on Game Pass, which is really exciting because cats
I think this is better.
and
Yes.
corn, a lot of corn.
We don't know if you can pet the cat. I don't know if Teo's in the chat can confirm whether you can actually pet the cat or not. I imagine you probably can, but
Oh, let's see. Teo in chat. But yeah, that game looks really cool if you're looking for.
yeah, you're a witch farmer.
Yes.
And a pioneer. I mean, who doesn't want to be a witch farmer?
No,
You're not farming witches. You're a witch who's
you
a
are a
farmer.
witch.
No, which
And you have all
farmer?
these cool little outfits, and there's an adventure and
Different
lots of
game.
combat. So
Yeah.
I'm interested. Farming, combat, you have my attention.
Yeah, pioneering, and it's being published by Skybound, but it's being made by Serenity Forge, who are
Hey everybody, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button and sharing the stream out, that'd be excellent. I really appreciate it.
published the game. You played Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, that was
We're
Yes. That was an
getting to be
intense
about
definitely
20 minutes in.
if you're going to jump into that game, but it's
Yes.
a fantastic game. But and then Coffee Talk episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Like a lot of these games have really complicated
I just
names.
want to scene with the pouring rain.
Yeah.
It's spaced out of Seattle.
He's
It's
like,
accurate. Okay.
all these games have
Literally
complicated
my
names.
roof fixed
Oh, gosh.
from all the rain.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that game looks really awesome. So if you are anticipating and excited for a new Coffee Talk episode, well, we've got some stuff for you.
This is live with the
Like,
camera angles
I mean,
switching back and forth.
Text cues with the little bleep bleep bleep.
Look at that Sonic. Is that a Sonic series that's in the background with the gold ring? That's pretty cool looking.
Making them coffee and getting to see what their lives are like. It's really just a super nice game.
Chat is hyped. Hi, chat.
Hi, chat.
How's everyone doing? Lots of games. Speaking of lots of games, we have a few more coming up. So
Another block here. So this next trio is a bit different. We've got some surprises, I'd say, in this one compared to the last couple that we've seen. So we're going to start with a trailer for a gorgeous game in a stunning fantasy setting. And I'm not sure how we're pronouncing this. Are we going with Explorator?
Explorator.
Explorator.
Yeah, so it's one of those kind of
Explorator.
things. So I guarantee
I don't know.
that this trailer is not what you're expecting.
No,
Some made up word.
you're gonna think you know what you're watching. You're gonna have no idea what you're watching. And then
Let's
you're gonna
go. I love
have no
surprises. Let's do
idea
it.
what you're watching, and then you're gonna want to play it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to have you guys see these next few trailers.
Yeah.
Remnant. Oh my gosh. Look Agreed. This is not what I was expecting. Those are cool guns, though. Alright, that does look hella cool. What a unique game. Don't regret your choices.
Huh?
I think it's time we had the talk.
What? What?
The talk.
There comes a time in every young person's life when they have to work their dad's shift at the guard shed while he goes and bets on the Goblin Ball game.
Happening.
You bet it is. You'll meet exciting people.
I'm bringing a basket of baked goods to my family.
You'll get to use the tools of the trade.
You wish to challenge me to ceremonial combat?
And if you get in trouble, just pick up the phone and call one of the official advisors. They're always happy to help.
Wait, you're gonna have everyone I know thrown in jail?
Well, I wasn't going to, but that's a much better idea.
So, okay?
Of course, Dad. But if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do things my way.
Fate of over 100 unique characters. Oh, I just disintegrated that dude.
Before I go and face my destiny, can you spot me a fiver?
This moron doesn't speak for us. Mind if we just leave?
Oh, Bill, do speak up. I can barely hear you over all that racket. Do not admit anyone else today. We're full up to half an hour.
Is it that you don't have it, or that you don't want to give it to me?
Orlando is a real
The giant Cyclops lady.
Wait a minute. You're gonna give me, a 12-year-old, the power to rewind time?
Well, I wasn't going to, but that's a much better idea. Try not to do any irreversible damage.
Oh, that'll be a theme. I wasn't going to, but that sounds like a much better idea.
Will, wake up.
Thanks for being here, everybody. I would really like it if you wouldn't mind slapping a like on the video, subbing to the channel. I'm doing a few playthroughs right now. Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm doing all the recording for Last of Us Part 1 PC playthrough. And then I'm going to have my wife sit in with me and kind of react to the footage as someone who really enjoyed the show, but doesn't know anything about how the game is. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel and turning on your notifications if you're interested in any of that. I have a really good Dead Space remake playthrough actually fully live on the channel. That was a lot of fun to make. It was a great game. I don't know what we're watching here, but it's really pretty. Cabaret.
And we're back. And
Cabaret.
Cabaret, yeah.
I love the music.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, that's a game that's from a team in Malaysia. And
Oh, interesting.
Sort of a visual novel that explores myths and culture of Southeast Asia, and it's apparently kind of dark, so there are content warnings. Read those before you jump in. But and it's available now. It launched yesterday, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, cool.
I love the art style, and the music was really great.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Cabaret now.
It's great to see games come from different parts of the world,
Yeah.
from their perspective and their different types of culture.
Although
and they take entertainment.
I shouldn't say I
from it.
dislike.
Yeah, that'd be
It's interesting marketing strategy to me when you have a trailer that doesn't at all indicate how you'll be playing a game. So I said it was like a visual novel, you know, but so is As Dusk Falls. But you get a really interesting like idea when you watch trailers and stuff for that, how you're going to be making choices, and experiencing the game.
The guy who runs that for us, his name is James Lewis, who is technically the nicest guy in the video game industry. But if you get a chance to check out the video from him announcing it at the IGF Awards, it's really cool. He goes through this kind of poetry thing where he talks about what the program is about while announcing all the games that have launched through.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
I really love when they do that. I love when they
I don't get to see the number of people watching. Other people are jumping in and jumping out. If you're enjoying yourself, I'd love it if you'd hit the like button. Sub to the channel so you can check out content in the future.
I love indie games so much.
Yeah,
they kind of get the freedom to do whatever they want, however they want.
Really appreciate y'all.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, speaking of beautiful, the Explorer.
Oh yeah.
Just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like shooting little green Smurfs and giant green Smurf dinosaurs.
It can be like little, RPG sort of adventure
we were watching
thing.
It yesterday. You were like, you didn't expect that, did you? And then we were watching it, and sure enough, chat was like,
yeah.
What?
And it's from, I think the dev is named Remnant Games, and I was reading a little bit about them this morning. They're from a little, small, beautiful town on the Mediterranean coast in the southeast part of France.
Oh my gosh, actual like gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly.
South of France?
Yeah. I wonder if that actually inspires the art in the game, but yeah,
interesting.
On that one, but that one looks super, like I'm going to be all over that one when that one comes out.
I love the art style. It's a shooter, action. I'm in. I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a
the trailer. I have to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Expectation for indie games. I feel like that visual novel, like walking around, pixelated graphics. So it's always, not that those games are bad, but it's cool when something doesn't fit that mold as an indie game. And now with like the way making games is, I feel like the quality of games made by independent developers and small teams is just going through the roof.
Who gets to go into the kingdom, and then what happens in the kingdom is inspired by, or is influenced by who you let in and who you don't let in, and that kind of thing. And I'm not sure what the rewind time mechanic is, but it looked like that would be pretty cool too. And it's from I think the developer is called Hilltop Studios, a new developer, and Skybound is publishing it again.
And just for everyone at home, thank you all so much for watching. We are currently hosting and showing off lots of games over here on the Xbox Showcase. And we're in the studio with you all today. We just showed lots of different trailers, and we also have our Xbox ASL channel. So we actually have live
that's cool
for all of our streams here on the Xbox channel. We stream regularly here, so if you're looking for an awesome place to hang out, and if you're looking for more IAD at Xbox, stay tuned. We actually have a very special guest here with us today that is going to be able to chat with us.
Yeah. So
from a small studio.
Small studio.
And just as a small game. You might have heard of it.
Yeah. And it's Vampire Survivors. Just to set the expectations there. So we are
hi.
Yeah.
Winning Vampire Survivors.
It's a really big deal.
Chatting with Dio and about the tides of Foscari.
Yeah, but before that, we have something really cool. So there's a new company out of Poland. They're called Plot Twist Games, and they're making a game called The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Oh, here we go. I was a Curious Case earlier, and I wasn't sure it was right when I just said Benedict Fox News. Last Case of Benedict Fox.
A self-proclaimed detective.
Like Benjamin Button. Jeez.
See if I can do this again. A fantastical Lovecraftian Metroidvania.
I'm really glad
you did great, Chris.
Well done. While you were trying that.
How many times I can...
They're like, okay, we're gonna.
Benedict Fox is hard enough to say. Benedict Fox, and then
fantastical Lovecraftian. Okay, chat. Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
Fantastical.
No thanks.
Lovecraftian Metroidvania.
And the awesome thing is, the team at Plot Twist has created this video. They made it specifically for the show for us, which is really awesome. Michael Naporis from Plot Twist is going to walk us through the combat.
While he finishes introducing this, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Of sorts of the in-depth look at the combat in Benedict Fox, a game that we announced at our summer showcase last year.
Last year,
is
yep.
one of my most anticipated games of the year.
Put on my list, and I'm ready. I'm ready to see this.
So here we go. Benedict Fox.
Hello, and welcome to our short combat presentation of The Last Case of Benedict Fox. Let's choose Stone Skill ability. Nothing can touch you now, and you have time to plan. And slide. A well-timed block can deal damage. And a heavy attack to finish him off.
Shoot, I missed the start of it.
Only to stun enemies, but also to open doors.
Well, that was cool. Really excited about this game. They showed it off for the first time at the Xbox showcase last year, I'm pretty sure. It looks really good. I want to say there was like some pretty cool mechanics to this. This game's going to be a big deal, I think. Oh, look at the like setup for combos for that. Thanks, small fish. Yeah.
Rule number 1 when fighting many demons at once: don't let yourself be cornered.
Oh, look at that. He let that other dude attack the other one.
Let's jump into the Twilight Zone.
Oh. Those like tentacles are eating them. Banished.
Without a flashlight, exploring Limbo is not the greatest of ideas. So let's suit up. Feel free to browse.
You have charges on the flashlight?
Got what I needed. Till next time.
You don't always need to attack your opponents. Sometimes it's just easier to use a smoke bomb and evade them.
Smoke bomb. That was pretty cool.
And back to Twilight Zone.
Oh. Oh, it's like the vines and Harry Potter.
Zones as you progress and learn new skills. Demons, they're not the only faction that you'll encounter.
Assassinations are cool.
You'll need to engage different factions in different ways.
Oh, parry. Oh, got bopped.
He'll engage in combat many times, but it's your wit and your planning that will decide if he will survive.
Nah, you ain't a clown. Just gotta be hopeful. You never know. We still got 20 minutes. And Silksong would absolutely be last if it's coming. Another Game Pass game.
There's so many games here today that are coming out very soon.
Yeah.
That game, the art is so beautiful.
Oh, it's great. That is Lovecraftian Metroidvania, The Last Case of Benedict Fox. Plot Twist is the developer and Rogue is the publisher.
They keep saying it. Oh, that does. It comes out here in just like 2 weeks.
And we are going to go into our interview. We are going to be talking with Gio Morgan about a little game called Vampire Survivors.
Little game.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this before, but like, I have.
It's funny how some games influence, like, remember when Candy Crush came out, how then after that everybody made some kind of
you go from like entry to
like a, you know, the match 3 games.
where do you like?
And then there was that like Marvel Squad Up game, and now they've tried to make a Squad Up game for like everything, even like new IPs.
I'm at probably 40-50% or something like that. It's crazy.
It's really cool because he is always on the game. If you follow him or play games with him, he plays games with everybody. If you can catch him, it is cool to see. And with further ado, Gio Morgan, thank you so much for joining us today here at the ID at Xbox.
Senior marketing manager at Punkle.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys, congratulations. You guys won a BAFTA last week for best game, beating some just monstrously huge games. So that was amazing. I mean, that must have been so thrilling for you.
Yeah, it was quite a surprise to the whole team. There was a lot of laughter that night after getting. I think we picked up best game design, and best game. It hasn't really set in. It's all quite strange. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. So for the approximate 2 people in the world who don't know what Vampire Survivors is, just give us like a 30-second overview of what the game actually is. Like, how do you play it and what's it all about?
Yeah, sure thing. So you become the bullet hell. So instead of the bullets coming at you, the bullets become enemies, and you spit bullets or many different things back at them. Yeah, just to try and survive.
Yeah.
You get up to 30 minutes, and then eventually the Reaper will come. Sometimes they can be killed, sometimes they can't be killed. But yeah, it's survival of the fittest. Sometimes
I need to try it. I still have never played it.
Depends what you've got in your arsenal at the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we have some footage from the upcoming DLC called
Tides of the Fiscari.
Tides of the Fiscari. So it's awesome. That's a new upcoming DLC that's coming out relatively soon, right?
Yeah, so Tides of the Fiscari is our second expansion, following Legacy of the Moonspell. It's out on April.
That's interesting.
On Xbox and Xbox for Windows, wherever you decide to play.
Awesome. So this is the footage of the new DLC here. So for those of us who've played the game for a while, it's really interesting watching this and just seeing the little things that are different, the different weapons, the different characters. Who's the character you're playing as here?
So this is Keitha. She is our thief. We keep getting confused internally between thief and rogue. So if I do say rogue, I apologize. Yeah, she starts with Flash Arrow, which is her kind of starting weapon. And
nice.
Yes, she's a lot of fun. She moves a little bit quicker than some of the other characters. She's also one of our first characters that animates. As you might be able to see on the screen, so you can see she kind of pulls her bow and arrow up and shoots. Yeah, quite excited.
That is so
interesting.
Cool. You have 8 new characters.
None of the other characters do anything. They're just static.
Can you tell us anything about maybe something that you're excited about with all of
Yep.
them? Because
yeah. I see like
this game.
I play a lot of mobile games, and every time I get an ad now, it seems like it's some kind of bullet hell Vampire Survivor clone.
I can talk about, which is Eleanor, Maruto, Keitha, and Luminaire. Maruto is probably my favorite of the bunch. Comes equipped with a enormous sword called the Ezkizibur. It's a little bit close to a sword that may or may not exist in real life.
An enormous sword.
So the animation for Maruto, he kind of picks his sword right up, slams it into the ground, which causes this kind of ground crack effect around the character, which does a little bit of AoE. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. It's probably my favorite one to be playing.
Do the lightning ring.
I'm really excited to see all of the new weapons. There are actually going to be 13 new weapons.
Track
and you've announced 4 so far, right?
Yes. So we've got the Flash Arrow with Keitha. We've got Spell String with Eleanor. We've got Ezkizibur.
Like Frozen.
You just say that one.
It always takes a bit of a mouthful to get the names out. And we got a prismatic missile with Luminaire.
Which
yeah,
sounds
so
intense. I'm excited
it's
to
quite
try
intense.
that one.
It's can't really describe it either. It's a lot of fun to see. You'll see some other ones in. We've popped a few extras in the footage that you're seeing now. But yeah, we're quite excited for them.
So you had mentioned
Wasn't expecting Foscari to be spelled that way.
Tech check about a feature that your community.
Probably a little sleepy. Sorry, y'all.
And I wanted you to sort of touch a little bit about how important the community has been for you and your studio, and just like Vampire Survivors, and what can they kind of expect here.
So yeah, to us, community is a huge part of what we do as a company. It's a huge part of all of us. So this, for people that don't know, there's 15 of us in the studio. We're all remote. We all work in England. We've got some external people like our soundtrack composers and some artists and business people and stuff like that. But yeah, everything we do is not
all the things around the outside, like
But yeah, we
yeah, it's the.
on TikTok recently.
I guess it's their.
Decided to put that in because it just seemed fun at the time.
I don't know. They've got 15 minutes left in the show, but I think we've seen 12 games.
They mocked up something that looked cool. Or
yeah,
maybe a little less, maybe 10. I know they had 2 blocks of 6 right away, and then have showed us some others.
And it just so happened to be that someone we work with is a big fan of the series, and it got passed along, and yeah, so now it's part of the game, which is great.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love when that happens. That's so special.
Yeah, we honestly, all of us, so QA, I work in marketing, the director of the game, the programmers, the engineers, we all see a good chunk of what we get fan art all the time, and our Discord's really active, and yeah, we do actually sit and read all these in Reddit and Twitter and the rest of them. We sit and read it all.
Yeah, it sounds exhausting.
That's so cool that you guys, I mean, you guys are a very tactical team, but you guys also have a hand in everything and play outside of work hours too. Just one more round. One more.
It is. You turn your work laptop off and you go to the sofa and you think, you know what? Yeah. Think, I'll scroll.
Is this on mobile too? Or can you only play on PC and Xbox? I guess you could play it on mobile through Game Pass. I wonder how well it works on cloud.
By the way, chat, we are monitoring the chat, so if you have questions for Geo, go ahead and drop them in the chat, and we will ask them. Ask all the tough ones.
So you have this new area. It's called Lake Foscari. And I love the forest so much. Can you talk a little bit about the inspiration about this new map and kind of what you want to share on it?
Yeah, sure thing. So Foscari is the term lake. So we're calling it we call it a forest called Lake.
Forest called Lake, amazing.
In it gets confusing. Yeah, so it's basically
it's funny.
Home to an academy called the Foscari Academy, and some of the characters have come from this academy. They come from 3 different kind of schools. They've come out of that, so it's all very whimsical. It's all very light. You'll notice some of the enemies kind of disappear into a puff of smoke.
There's a big danger chicken up there. Look at that thing.
It was all kind of driven by UK and kind of around this area folklore and things like that. So we did a lot of research into weird, and some of the things we were seeing in the work chat was strange. I discovered so much folklore about the country I live in that I never knew about. Which was all quite interesting.
Folklore.
Sephiroth 88 in the chat says, will there be summon or turret weapons coming?
I think I can say no comment on that.
No comment.
Summon or turret weapons? I thought you said turd weapons. Turret weapons.
And episode Escadal 14 says, was this game based on Gauntlet?
No. So it was a prototype. So the studio director makes a lot of prototypes, and this was just one that he made, and he fell in love with it. So yeah, whether that was
Everybody else did too. It's crazy what hits. Sometimes I'm just so shocked at games like this or something like
it looks like I remember being a kid and playing like a pound
you know, like Fall Guys or Among Us. The way that stuff just becomes viral is crazy.
a lot of games.
Yeah, so make sure to join their Discord. Pongo is actually in chat right now. They do listen to suggestions and they love inspiration, so you never know what they're going to add to the game.
Shadow Diver says, will there be any new relics coming to this DLC?
Oh.
New relics. So, just trying to remember what I can and can't talk about.
No comment is always an option.
Make a list.
Comment might be an option for this one. There's one we added one a little while back, which is in this DLC as well. But as far as I'm aware, I'm going to say no comment. Oh, I think I'm in a legal black hole now.
And then there's the perpetual question that everybody always asks: when are there going to be vampires?
When are we going to find them? Where are they?
That is definitely a no comment. For fear that one might find me. Yeah.
You got to play it. That's right. You got to play it.
Yeah, you got to find out. You got to reach the 30-minute mark, and possibly, you never know.
Venerable in the comments, all pre-recorded.
Yes, this is live.
They are going by fast, so it's hard to read them.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh yeah.
Gio, what is your favorite character?
Wow.
And if you have a favorite weapon.
So my favorite weapon, and this is going to really go against the grain, is Pentagram.
Oh,
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate Pentagram.
I didn't like it, but I've grown on it. You have to learn how to use it.
It kills all your XP bead things too, which is what always drives me nuts about it.
But if you level it, it doesn't.
Oh,
exactly.
I did not
Glenn's
know
about
that.
to go play so much vampires.
Oh man, I thought that was Chris Charla. I've been calling him Chris the whole dang thing. Glenn. I don't know who Glenn is.
Why is it your favorite, Gio?
Probably haven't seen Chris Charla in a while.
When I first picked it up, and again, initially I picked this game up, and I picked it up, and all of my experience disappeared from the floor, and I was like, I'm just being cheated at this point.
He's pissed.
And then, slowly as you level it up, when you get it, get its evolution, it kind of attracts the XP and keeps it on the ground, plus destroys everything, which is great. So, but the initial stages of it can be painful. I'll give it that.
I love how I'm getting such crap in the chat about not liking Pentagram. People like Glenn doesn't play this game.
I didn't like it because of that, and then I finally was like, no, I have to level it. I have to max it out, right? And so.
There's so much coming off this character now. He throws axes and swords.
In the chat, what time and lore does this DLC take place? This forest.
So this as in the in-game lore, or as in oh blimey, that's a good question.
I'll get back to you.
The writer of this DLC screaming at me in my head. I think it all happens after everything else that happens in the game. So we look into the lore from internally as we write some, and then we kind of about halfway we lose track a little bit, and then we come back onto it again. There is a word for it we use internally, but I can't say it on this stream. I've been asked not to swear, so I won't. But in terms of the lore, I believe it happens after the main game.
Where it's probably clusterfuck.
Very good question. I'm going to immediately go back into our work Discord and ask.
It's starting to get intense on the screen there too. This is all these fish things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it picks up fast in this DLC. It starts off quite slow.
Get the attractor.
Much like everything else, it kicks off quite quick.
Butter. It's a box, but it looks like butter.
Morala?
Just
oh my god, it just leveled up again so fast.
What's the new DLC called? When does it launch? How much is it? And where can people get it?
on Xbox and Xbox for Windows. It's coming out on April 13th. And I believe in dollars it's $1.99. So $1.99. I have to try and translate that in my head real quick.
I was trying to catch up on that one there. I was like, $1.99.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, it's been
That's so cheap. That's dirt cheap.
Now that I know about this
Play Vampire Survivors. Apparently, it's super fun. I'm gonna play it after this, maybe.
And then I'll play another 120 hours when the DLC comes out. So my wife hates you.
It's funny because me and my husband will sit in bed together with our handhelds because I have the G Cloud, and so I get to play it on Cloud, and so we'll just sit next to each other, and we'll be kind of similar timing, but not quite. And so one of us will be like, "Oh my god," and the other one will be like, "Ah, yes, I'm at 32 minutes." Thank you for taking the time to join us here at the ID at Xbox Showcase.
And congrats again on the BAFTA.
Yeah, get some hype in the chat for the BAFTA.
Yeah. So
awesome.
we're still processing that. Thanks for having me as well. I'm gonna, funnily enough, go and play Vampire Survivors.
Okay. Have a great day, and we hope to see you soon.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, and thanks for having us.
Thanks. Awesome. Well, we promised we'd keep it under an hour. We're at 55 minutes
per chat's request.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're gonna have to fly through the wrap up because we have 4 minutes and 10 seconds or something left. But
Punkle in chat. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks, chat. By the way, we were reading long. It's been going pretty quick. So if we didn't get to your question or your comment, sorry about that. But thank you for being so active in the chat. So let's recap. For those who may have missed it, you can go back and watch the VOD afterwards. So some of the stuff that we saw Cassette Beast from Raw Fury, which is launching April 26th.
That game looked pretty cool.
Later on console. And it is the kind of game where you capture and summon creatures, 80s vibe,
music, pixely, beautiful.
Yeah. Omega Strikers.
It's like the soccer,
3v3
hockey looking
online free-to-play game.
Yeah.
And it's launching April 27th. You can, sling slime and toss tofu at your friends.
That's right, tofu.
Yeah.
The Carters 2. Kart racing.
Like the Mario Kart Crash Tag Team.
That game actually looked pretty fun. It had a lot of online play,
just those games because apparently it
which, especially Mario Kart 8 has online play, but looks like this had a lot better modes, ranked matchmaking, and all that.
Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly, April 20th, new episode. So if you haven't caught up yet, you've got some time to have a drink
and
in
if you want to see
Seattle.
what it's like drinking coffee in Seattle,
It really is like that.
We really do have
actually.
vampires and monsters and elves and stuff. So orcs. So yeah, April. What was that? April 20th. I think.
Interesting. That's what that Coffee Talk game's about. Huh.
That's right. Also on Game Pass, Homestead Arcana launching April 21st.
Witches and cats and farming.
Witches and cats and farming and pioneering.
Oh my.
And then we have Closer the Distance, which we showed you first gameplay for that one. And that's from the team that made Orwell, and it is coming soon. We don't have a date on that one, but it is soon.
But the Explorator. We
actually need to contact that team on the beach.
How do you say your game?
Ask them exactly how they pronounce that.
We're gonna need to.
That'll be part of the application for ID at Xbox. Can you phonetically write out the name of your game?
We need to do some research.
We need to go do some research.
And that game, wow, that game looks fascinating.
Little Guardsman is beautiful.
Yep.
No date yet, but coming very soon.
That game looked pretty interesting too.
Fun, exciting
Cabaret
game.
Out now. From a Malaysian dev.
Cabaret out now. Yesterday.
Developer Accelerator program. Really, really interesting looking game. And then
That Developer Accelerator thing just got announced too not that long ago. I think Sarah Bond talked about it in an Xbox On interview. It has to do with developers from like minorities that they're going to try to boost. So women, developers of different ethnicities, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's really cool. I'm glad Xbox is finding a lot of ways to be inclusive.
Browse out for our updates at ID_Xbox on Twitter if you want to everything about all the things that are happening here at Xbox with indie games. It is a very busy account. There's a lot going on.
Because we have a lot of games.
A lot of games.
Timber runs out. Shout out.
I actually just realized today that I didn't follow them.
Timber, I hope I did Timber proud. If we can get some hype and some green hearts and love in the chat for Timber, I'm so happy to be here, but I'm so sad that she is not here.
And thank you for jumping in. It was awesome to have you.
When they were like ID and Xbox, I was like, I'm in. I'm on my way. Thank you everyone for watching. If
you have the bat signal.
Live on the Xbox channel, make sure to follow the channel. There are lots of streams and content here on the regular Monday through Friday, and make sure to check out our Xbox ASL channel where we have live interpreters for all of our streams here on the channel.
And we're going to come in 30 seconds short. We're going
to. They're mad.
We're going to do it. We're under an hour. Thank you again. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Cool. Well, on that note, I appreciate everybody coming to hang out with me. While I streamed this, I actually had a way better turnout than I expected. So thank you, everyone. And Wellfish, thank you for being active in the chat with me. And I really appreciate everybody. Take care of yourselves out there, and we'll see you on the next one. Wow.